Okay, so blades on. We'll take the heli down to the helipad. The wind is coming from the farm and the wind turbine today. So we'll put the heli here. Hopefully it'll not roll on the wheels. Right, okay, so rearm the transmitter. So that is a double press on the buttons, both on and off buttons together. All the switches are up, and we'll plug in the battery and arm this. First of all, you must let it go through its arming sequence. So there you are, the servos are moving, everything's calibrating, and we're in a fixed position now where we can put the canopy on. I like the new system for the canopy. I described this in the unboxing video, which you'll find a link on this video to see. But the system is very good for locking it on, a lot better than the previous fly wing I've had. I'll have to take the canopy back off, I forgot to put this GPS. Okay, it's found now immediately, so that's good. Canopy's on, give it a double check, and we'll walk away to the flight zone. So the arming method is 2 hands out, or the 2 sticks out and into the corner, and count to 3. 1 and a 2 and a 3. It's running. And switch on, and you can see now everything is arming on the helicopter. Quick look round just to make sure everything's safe. Keep an eye on the helicopter though, because we don't want to be taking off if there's any danger around. So everything's clear, and I'm going to take off now in full GPS mode. As per all direct drive helicopters, the tail rotor is a little bit noisy, but as you can see, we're only a few feet from the floor, and it's more or less rock steady. It's just finding its feet, finding the GPS position, and locking itself in. We'll rotate through 360. To the right, everything good. Now to the left. I'll keep it low at the moment because if anything does go wrong, it's not going to fall far. So everything is good on the tail rotor. Now if I go to right, everything's behaving as it should. Sorry, to the left, now to the right. Everything's behaving as it should. Again, keeping that bit of clearance so that we aren't going to catch the floor and tip the heli over. So we'll start to raise a little bit, and it may just settle out if we raise up a little bit, because it's still very close to the ground. And yeah, we're correct, it's now lovely and settled. Don't know if you can see on the video, but you've got the navigation light flashing, and there's a white anti-collision light on the tail, red on the left. I'll just turn it round and see if we can see the green one. Yeah, the green one's flashing as well, but we may not see that on the camera. So again, this is full GPS mode at the moment, and we're in soft mode. So this is, let's say, beginner's mode, where we are, everything is on low control, low reactions to the stick movement. I'm having to move the sticks quite some way to get the helicopter to move. But as you go from normal to sport mode, that'll change and it'll become more sensitive and more reactive. Okay, so that's good there. A nice test there. So what we're going to do next is we have 3 switches. This one is for the C turn, so it will coordinate the turns. So let's add that to see the effect this has. So now I should just be able to use the rudder and the helicopter or the tail rotor in the turn, and the helicopter will bank on its own. So I'm not banking the helicopter now, the helicopter is banking itself, and the more I put rudder authority in, the steeper the turn becomes on the bank. I'm only using the cyclic to move forward slightly, because if you just did the rudder it wouldn't bank because it's not moving. So once again, let's come back a little bit because I'm not 100% sure of the video camera position. Slightly forwards, and now start to add the rudder, and you can see the helicopter, the tighter I make the turn, the helicopter is banking over on its own. We will check this now to the left. So again, moving forward slightly, and about half of the stick movement on the tail rotor. So that's the function of C-turn. So we'll switch that out now. And then we'll go through in GPS, because that was in GPS as well. So what we'll do now is move into from soft to normal mode. So that's this switch. We're now into normal mode, so this should make it a little bit quicker in straight and level flight. So yeah, that's full forwards movement, which is now speeding the helicopter up a little bit. I'm coordinating the turns because I switched the coordinated turns out, so I'm coordinating the turns on the ends. And you can see it's speeded up, and I'm getting a little bit, I'm not having to move the sticks as far for the turn. You can see the GPS stop action there. So what we'll do now is move it into sport. So this is the fastest mode it's got. So again, still in GPS. And you can already see how the tail lifted up as I push forwards, and this should now be GPS hold, but full control in its speed and its authority. But that's full speed forwards, so a little bit faster than the normal mode, but not greatly. But it has got that tail up attitude as you would expect, and it's a more aggressive to make it stop because of it being still in GPS. So I'll take it out of sport now and go into soft. I'll come down a little bit because this is the ATT function, and this is taking out the GPS. So what it's going to do now is make it more into a normal RC heli, but it's still in a self-level mode. This heli can't come out of self-leveling. So I'm going into ATT mode. The helicopter now is moving because of the wind. And you can see now the heli once again is a little bit more authority off the sticks. But I'm having to control a lot more now. This is in soft mode, so it is flying a lot more. I've let go of the stick, but as you can see, it's still going. It's got that drift with it, as others refer to. But it's a natural helicopter movement. If I now let it go level, it will continue. It's continuing on its own mass. Or its own energy and inertia. So to stop it, I'm having to pull backwards on the cyclic. So here I want to stop it, so I pull backwards and it's stopping. Also in this mode, it will go up and down also. It will be on an attitude hold. It's just the attitude hold and not the altitude hold. so I'm also having to be careful on the collective to make sure the heli isn't coming down or going too high. I can compare this with the Goose Sky Black Hawk I've got. This is very similar to this now. I'm flying like this, but this is a little bit nicer because it's a bigger model. The Goose Sky is a sorry, lost what I was going to say there. But the Goose Sky is now flying like this is, and I'm having to do everything with this. As you can see now, I'll hover here, but the wind is coming from our left, so it's blowing it backwards, so I'll have to make corrective manoeuvres. But the gyro at the moment is holding it straight and level, but not in position. So now if I put back into GPS, you can see now again it's locked into that position. So another one, okay, I was just going to say we will try return to home, but I think the battery must be on low voltage because the lights on the side turned to flashing purple, so now it's returning to home. As you can see here, I'm not doing anything, it's doing this by itself and it's returning to home. As all GPS helis, unfortunately you usually are 1 metre out, and you can see there that the heli has landed about 1 metre away from the helipad, so that is just a natural heli GPS system, heli drone system. They're normally 1 metre out, but it's returned there, lovely soft landing, and you can see I'm still on run. So I will turn that to off now, but the heli landed and stopped itself. You can see now the nav light on this side I can't remember green or red, but anyway it's purple, which means we've reached a minimum set voltage on the heli, and it's returned to home accordingly. So basically the system is telling me that the battery is at a set point. I've not set this up yet, but I believe it comes out of the factory at 3.8 volts per cell, which is a little bit high. But for these maiden flights, all I want to do is get the heli operating correctly as it should do. So that's the maiden flight out of the way. Everything is working as it should be. Very, very happy with it. Looks lovely in the air. If they made a 600 size of this, I would buy one tomorrow because it was very, very nice, but just a little bit small, but still very nice. So we'll switch now the transmitter off. We will switch off on the, unplug the battery. I'll just get my battery tack out and we'll check the voltage of each battery, or each cell, sorry. So we're on 378, 378, so I'll probably go onto the computer when I go home and drop that return or that low voltage signal, because I like normally to stop around 375, because if I went back to this in 10 minutes it would be 3.8 already. That one's come back to 3.8, but they are all discharged nice and equal. We're on 3.78, 3.76 and the 3.78, 3.78. As you can see, the voltage is a little bit higher than the beginning voltage, so we could run that for probably another 30 seconds, something like that. But yeah, it's gone and run and perfect. Very, very happy overall. The system's very good. I feel the speed controller is a little warm, but not too warm. And everything's flown as it should do. So that's the maiden flight out of the way, and thanks for watching. The only thing I'm going to do now is, as I say, we just need to lower that voltage a little bit, but perfect, lovely, out of the box, as described, and it's in beginner's mode, in the soft mode, and the GPS and everything a true beginner, a person picking a heli controller up for the first time, would be able to fly it. Okay, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.